Good. How are you doing, Miranda?
Very well, thank you.
Awesome.
We also
We've got a couple of minutes to go.
I've unmuted.
Oh,
There we go.
hi, Kimmy. How's it going, Kimmy?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Great. We've got 1 minute to go. I'll let everyone get into the VC, then I'll start the record and introduce you both, and we can go into the Fahrenheit chain project.
Yep, and as always, we are also live, and we'll be locking the chat, and we'll post all the official links when we get started here, so everybody can follow along. And if you guys have questions, if you want to ask something, if you're curious about anything, just stick around, and towards the second half of the AMA, we'll take some questions from the audience as well.
Okay, we're on the hour. If Kimmy and Miranda's ready, I can start the record and introduce you.
Yeah, sure thing. We're ready.
Okay, awesome. Welcome to the WellCoin Talk community. Glenn, your host. Today we have joining us Fahrenheit Chain. Speaking of Fahrenheit Chain is Kimmy and Miranda today. We'll be talking about the Fahrenheit blockchain, the FactPad, the Fact Swap, the Fact Staking, and the Fact Bridge, and more shortly. Excuse me. But first, can you introduce yourselves with your background and experience?
Sure. So thanks very much for having us here today. We really appreciate everybody joining in and getting involved. My name is Gustavo. I'm today joined by Kimmy. She is one of the co-founders on Fahrenheit Chain. Myself, I started investing into crypto in around 2015 when everyone was still doubting about Bitcoin and blockchain and so on. I've been through many bull and bear seasons. I've gained much knowledge and experience in this time in the real world. I have many years experience in IT programming and have been doing quite a few startup projects. Throughout this time, as an investor and employee, I've served numerous roles working directly under high-serving positions of several reputable names within the industry. This time within these projects and communities has allowed me to study and analyze markets and investor trends, as well as relationships that have been formed between owners and their teams and communities. Right now, my main job is the CEO of Fahrenheit Chain. Fahrenheit Chain is my main project, and as CEO, I'm both proud and humbled to serve in the position and put the skills and connections we've developed over the last few years into work. While preparing for the project from every possible angle, we have managed to assemble a really qualified team of designers and marketers, advisors, moderators, and developers in the space. We've got more than 15 people. Again, these people we're a very multinational team, working all around the clock, and we aim for the high level of blockchain. Fahrenheit Chain is a blockchain built on the proof of authority consensus with EVM compatible. It's a project that aims to support decentralized financial applications and blockchain open source and smart contracts. Our goal is to provide a platform for developers to launch decentralized applications while helping to reduce transaction costs, support multi-language, as well as increase the performance of transactions. We have also developed a whole ecosystem, including swaps, staking, yield farming, Launchpad. We have the bridge and, importantly, Fact Wallet apps. Fahrenheit Chain is a project that aims to support decentralized financial applications, blockchain open source, and smart contracts. Fahrenheit's goal is to be a successful scaling solution and drive rapid growth. Some of our characteristics are decentralized. So Fahrenheit chain operates independently according to computer algorithms, completely not controlled by one single organization. Therefore, Fahrenheit chain avoids any risks from third parties. It's distributed. The blocks contain the same data, but are distributed in many different places. Once the data has been written into the block of the Fahrenheit chain, it cannot be changed or modified due to the nature of the consensus algorithm and the hash code. The confidentiality, only the holder of the private key can access data inside the Fahrenheit chain. And the transparency, the transactions in the Fahrenheit chain are recorded and everyone can check the transactions. Based on that, we check and retrieve the transaction history. One can even decentralize to allow others to access parts of the information on the Fahrenheit chain. And smart contract integration based on which the terms are written in the smart contract will be executed when the previous conditions are satisfied. So no one can prevent or cancel it. In the architecture, we have a Fahrenheit chain has EVM compatibles, a proof of authority consensus, and is interoperable, supports multi-programming languages. Now, as a result of EVM, consumers will not need to spend time acclimating to new blockchain networks. Transactions will be assured rapidly, and products will be copied rather than being limited to a single blockchain. The project's product will be extended to many additional EVM compatible blockchains and assist in increasing influence and attracting more users. Now, using the proof of authority, our chain will have inexpensive energy use, but absolute security, fast transaction speeds, and really good scalability. And it will provide a stronger financial incentive for validators to operate within. Now, building the blockchain is, of course, very difficult, but we understand that we also need an ecosystem. So the FAQ ecosystem was born. Now, the FAQ ecosystem has all of the elements, including dApps and wallets, Launchpad, Bridge, GameFi, and NFT collections. So up until now, our project has already earned the 3 badges, KYC and audit by Solid Proof, and SAPU by Kano's token terminal.
Thanks for the introduction, Miranda. I'm not sure if you got your notifications on there. I could hear noises coming through the microphone as you were talking, but I think we picked all that up. So let's start maybe with the FactPad. I was wondering what the requirements for startups and projects to raise funds on the FactPad and the anti-scam measures in place.
Sure. Okay. So to participate in FactPad, you must be a FAQ holder, and only users who stake FAQ have the right to launch projects on the FactPad. Staking is an important feature of the Fahrenheit ecosystem and a use case for the FAQ token. So staking allows incentives providing liquidity, access to pool rewards, access to oversubscribed token sales. Also, we developed a system called the anti-scam measures as an integrated blockchain solution service provider. We provide services and platforms for developers to carry out KYC processes. So that is for KYC. So for checking contract safety, Fahrenheit Chain's technology will allow FactPay token pool creators and participants to check the legitimacy of token contracts based on token contract age. Any harmful functions such as blacklist, the data will be collected too, such as total transaction volume is the last day, week, month, year, and all of this data will be available through Fahrenheit's tools to allow for token pool creators and participants to choose and use in order to augment trust and transparency in sales and swaps.
And maybe, yeah, we can go into the FAQ swap next. We can have some details for investors how that works and the liquidity provider reward. for adding their assets to the pool, what sort of rewards can liquidity providers get?
Sure. FactSwap is a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange that uses the Fahrenheit chain ecosystem, first automatic market making mechanism, MDEX. FactSwap exchanges where standard token trades on Fahrenheit chain happen. So FactSwap currently charges 0.25% of each transaction's value as a fee. The fee will be split 0.17% for LP, liquidity provider, and 0.03% for FactSwap treasury, and the remaining 20% is used to buy back and then burn the FACT tokens.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the profits from the ecosystem in Fahrenheit. Is it shared with investors used for marketing and buyback and burns? So on the FactSwap, part of that will be buyback and burns, yeah.
Yes, yeah. So initially, on the FACT staking, there will be pools staking FACT to FACT, receive FACT. Projects will want to create a pool on FACT staking. Will have to apply and be approved by FactSwap users. FACT holders will stake FACT into the pool. Then FACT holders will receive tokens for free just by staking their FACT. And if return tokens is FACT, the users can restake the FACT token to get more rewards. So token staking amount will be announced later. Token quantity and time will be fully updated. We will also build the right mechanism for the best user experience.
And can we go into the FACT staking and the APY and the APR that investors can get? Is it locked, unlocked staking, and is there a minimum, maximum of tokens you need to place to make a stake?
Yeah, so Gustavo just answered that question. He just talked about the staking parts already, and the amount of API or APR will be announced later, and the amount of token will also be updated. And we promise that we will build the right mechanism for the best user experience.
Okay, I see. And the Launchpad, how's that going to work for investors? I'm wondering if I hold so many tokens in Fahrenheit, will I get whitelist spots? Do I have to hold so many tokens? Is there a tiered whitelist system? How will it work with the Launchpad?
So we don't have a specific number yet, but we will be sending a whitelist to our holders and the big community signing up for the spot. For projects on Launchpad, first you need to use FACT token. But we will develop our own stablecoin so that users can use a different pair for liquidity.
And with the projects using the Launchpad, is it paid in their tokens, BNB? How does it work for a project to launch on the Launchpad?
Yeah, so for those token, it will be paid in our token, which is FACT token. But in the future, we will release our stablecoin, and you can use the stablecoin to pay the fees. We will not use BNB, but maybe in the future, we will bridge them to our chain.
Okay, I see. And do you have like a scouting team? Are you out looking for projects to launch on the Launchpad? How does it work? And the vetting around the Launchpad, KYC and docs, things like that?
Yeah, so for KYC, we have we will provide the service for KYC, and we need their identifications to carry out the KYC process. And there will also be audit, and audit mostly based on the smart contract that they built, whether they are safe or not, and we will anti those blacklists or any harmful functions. It will not be allowed in our Launchpad.
Okay, great. And yeah, so how would it work for a project to launch then? They just need to KYC with the Launchpad. And are you sort of betting them to make sure, it's not a scam or a rug pull? How do you sort of build the security around that?
So of course, as I said, they need to have KYC and audit. and we have these anti-scam measures. So that's why if they had KYC and we can check their contract, and if it's not clean and safe, then we have to put a red notice on their projects.
I see. Kimmy, that's great. And can we go into the NFT collections? What's planned around that? How much will it cost to mint? Whereabouts are they being minted? Is it on the BSC or Ethereum blockchain?
Yeah, so NFT will be sold on our platform, which is Fahrenheit chain. But of course, as I said, we have bridge. So maybe so yes, we will bridge our NFT into like BNB chain or Ethereum for people to sell it on the Tofu NFTs or any other forms of marketplace for NFTs.
I see, awesome. And the fact validators, can we go into that? What's the requirements to participate? Do you need to use so many tokens, or is it open to everyone?
Yeah, Miranda, can you answer that?
Yeah, sure. So validators are responsible for committing to new blocks to the blockchain through automated voting process. Validators' stake is slashed if they become unavailable or sign blocks at the same height. We operate with identified companies that are responsible for coming blocks. But for those who want to become our validators, they need to validate themselves and have a trusted identity. Validators need to confirm their real identities. Applicants must be willing to invest money and take risks with their reputation. So they have to stake some amount of fact token. The core point being the authority-based consensus is the certainty of the validator's identity. The process should be an easy one, but must not be too difficult either for people to be involved. It must be able to eliminate bad players, but finally ensuring that all validators go through the same process ensures the integrity and trustworthiness of the system.
See, and can we go into the fact bridge for community investors, the details? And I think you're also expanding as well on the fact bridge as you go along, and it'll expand to Ethereum, AVAX, and NEAR in the future as well.
So fact bridge, we will a blockchain bridge, otherwise known as cross-chain bridge, connects the two blockchains and allows users to send the cryptocurrency from one chain to another. To solve the problem of the W fact bridge from BNB chain to Fahrenheit chain, we're going to provide you with a transparent and decentralized solution. Fact bridge, it is very easy to convert W fact tokens to FAC with just one bridge. It's super modern, super fast, and totally free. Right now, we are developing bridge from WFAC onto BNB chain to FAC on Fahrenheit chain. At first, we want to focus on BNB chain, but it will be expanded to other chains in phase 5. We will bridge to AVAX, ETH, and Solana, and more to come in the near future.
And can we go into the tokenomics, the breakdown of that, and the buy and sell tax for the Fahrenheit token?
Sure. Bear with me one moment. So on the BNB chain, we are listing the token WFAC with a total supply of 180 million. We have 40% on pre-sale and liquidity, 5% for development, 5% for bonus prizes, 5% for marketing, 5% for the CEX listing, and advisors are 5%, team is 5%, staking and farming is 10%, and validators are 5%. And then dApps, project development incentives, also 5%. And we are having our pre-sale as a fair launch. And our soft cap is 50 BNB. That ends on the 21st of October, 3 p.m. UTC. So make sure everybody you follow along and you can do some research and find out about the about Fahrenheit chain.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think we've got the pre-sale link in our main chat. So if any community investors want to check that out, or the website and the socials as well, they're there as we talked today. And can we get some details on the FAQ wallet? What's going to be available for investors to do with the FAQ wallet?
Yeah, sure. So the FAQ wallet manages a large number of multi-chain, multi-source digital assets. Currently, the following blockchains are supported on the FAQ wallet. So, of course, Fahrenheit Chain, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and there are going to be a number of other blockchains that will be added there into the future.
Great. And did you say it's a 0% tax token, or is there a tax on the buy and sell as well?
So, well, in the FAQ wallet, you can so you're going to be able to quickly and conveniently send and store a variety of coins and tokens. So, for everyone's benefit, the gas fee and transaction speeds have all been optimized. But it's a non-custodial architecture. FAQ wallet is going to give you complete control of your keys and your funds. While some people store large amounts of crypto on exchange accounts, many feel comfortable with non-custodial wallets, which eliminates third party between you and your crypto. But we want to have an advanced interface with it. It's a very user-friendly interface, enabling straightforward engagement with blockchain. But privacy is also a big key part here. So there will be no registration or personal information required, equipped with multi-layers of protection for all of the users. And right now we're having the testnet for the user experience and getting the feedbacks. And the testnet will be available on both Android and iOS.
Okay, great, Miranda. Yeah, and you're planning an audit, I think, in the future with Certic and Slowmist, but I'm wondering if there's been an audit before the launch with another auditing company as well.
Yeah, so for Certic audit, everyone knows that it will take time. So of course, the audit with Certic will happen after our pre-sales, and we are focusing on the phase 5, which is now we only at phase 3, and as phase 5 we have Certic audit with Certic and Slowmist.
And if we can go into maybe the marketing after launch for, say, the first quarter, I know you're planning a listing on Huobi and a listing on Mexi in the future as well.
Yeah, so for the marketing plans, of course, after launching and after the tokens are unlocked, we have a separate an amount of tokens for listing 6, such as Huobi and Mex. Of course, we are still talking with them and doing some paperwork. And for marketing plans for this quarter, so we focus on partnership with big communities and preparing for listing 6, and of course developing our dApps to list on time for everyone to use it.
Open it up to the rest of the team if anyone's got a question for the Fahrenheit team here. Go ahead.
Yeah, hey Glenn, I was listening in, and it sounds exciting. A new chain, super cool. I'm just wondering, like, what are some of the ways that you guys plan to kind of bring liquidity over to the chain to kind of draw in some of the bigger investors? I believe you already mentioned some staking or something like this, but what other incentives are you bringing to people that want to, become validators, say, or people that just want to be liquidity providers, or people that want to use the chain?
Yeah, so for incentive, as in the tokenomics, we have divided a few parts for incentive, such as the bonus prize, or such as the bonus prize or staking and farming and paying for validators, all of that will be distributed to those people, and it will be paid in the rewards. So yeah, I think that will attract more people to join our community, to join our ecosystem.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. Let's move to community investor questions. Let's see, we've got Western Beast. You had a question for the Fahrenheit team. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. Okay, so I wanted asking, you guys on the introduction of your white paper, you said that you're aiming to support decentralized financial applications, blockchain, open source, and smart contracts. A project that was held here yesterday. I'm going to just throw the same question that I threw at them at you. What genre of blockchain application would you basically be interested in? What will be your first pick? Because there are a lot of applications of blockchain technology. So what will be your first pick?
Sorry, I couldn't understand your question. Can you be more specific?
All right. On the introduction of your white paper, the abstracts to be more precise, I saw that you guys are aiming to support decentralized financial applications. Do you get that part?
I do.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah. It's okay. Okay. Now, when you say DeFi applications, aside from that, you'll be also supporting blockchain open source. And by my understanding, blockchain related projects.
Yes,
I want
it is.
what genre of blockchain project would you be specifically investing in?
Um,
Or
okay,
in this
so
case, sorry, supporting. I meant to say supporting, sorry.
yeah, so you asked about what kind of project are we going to support in our ecosystem, right?
Yes, that.
Yes, so of course we have built a ecosystem including GameFi, NFTs, and swap and stakings, and we also list a Launchpad and everything that you can thinking of, and we have already got it. So I think every kind of project is welcome, even if you are a meme projects or you are DeFi projects or you are fan tokens or anything. It's you can join our ecosystem.
All right. So I'm going to pick out on the part where you said you'll be supporting various projects. Now the thing about various projects is that they usually have to go through some at least a verification process because a lot of the projects usually turn out to be scams. And I already heard you guys earlier saying that you were going to be rigorously checking out the project in themselves. What would you be checking out for? What features of that project will you be looking out for to verify? Like, some usually go out
Yes, so the most thing
as far as even checking out.
yes, so the
Sorry, I
most
was
thing that
breaking up there. Can you hear me now?
yes, I can. Okay, so I will answer your questions. So
Okay.
you were asking that what kind of the KYC and audit are we going to do in our Launchpad, right? Or like what we are
Yes,
focusing on.
yes. So I was actually asking.
Okay, so I will answer this question first. For KYC, we need their identifications, and we need their vows for like they will vow that they will never rock pull or scam the projects or leave their community behind. And for audit, we'll focus. We have blockchain developers and we have smart contract developers. They're very talented and they will read those contracts and they will figure out if there are any problems with the contract, if they're harmful function, blacklist function, or they can withdraw their liquidity or anything, then that will not be able to list it on our Launchpad.
Okay, so I get it. Your smart contract developers, are they a part of your team, or will they be, third party smart contract developers that will be, going through that project?
Um, Sorry, I didn't catch up with that question.
Okay, I was asking, you just said that you have smart contract analyst on standby that will actually go through the project and smart contracting themselves. Are they a part of your team, or would you also be allowing third party analysts to analyze those projects that intend to come in?
I think that yes, of course, we will analyze the whole project if they are good or not, because every project we can only analyze what we can see, because every project has its own goods and they have their voice to speak. So if we analyze the projects and accept that it will be listed or not, then it might be not fair, because there are many projects out there that I think they have potential. But the thing that we can do is about the putting safety of our user first, which is why we have KYC and audit. Um, those first projects on our Launchpad, we will support them carefully. We have people around 24/7 and moderators and stuff for them to take care of those projects, giving feedback. We have advisors, and yeah, so that is how our Launchpad will work.
Okay, so about the Launchpad, similar projects actually use what I call sorry about that, a tiering system where there are level one, level two, and level three tiers, with either level one being the highest tier and level three being the lowest. Now, these tiering systems are actually graded, according to, will I say, the feasibility based on use cases and the securities that they have actually gone through the checks. Now, the next thing I wanted to ask you, would you also be following a similar pattern and also tier those projects that will be coming up with, let's say, tiering system? For example, if a tier one project say yes, this is actually good, it has a lot of audit and security clearances, but we placed this particular project on tier two because it didn't have enough clearances to go on tier one, and then we placed the next one on tier three. We place the next one on tier three because it doesn't even have enough security clearances to go on tier one. Now, in this way, investors are actually going to go check out the project that will be going on this launchpad, and when they see it's a tier one, okay, they'll be more likely to invest. This way, the investors will also actually be then briefed about those projects. So, would you be tiering these projects when they come on your project or your platform?
Yeah, so we didn't think about that, but yeah, I will note that down, and maybe I will discuss with our team, and maybe we will apply that tier things in our Launchpad. It's very great idea.
All right, all right. So I'm on your roadmap now, and I'm seeing that they can participate in a contest organized by BNB. If I understand it clearly, are you going to be, will I say, shadowing the contest that Binance themselves? Because I think I'm aware there is an NFT research contest going on now, where they place about 50,000 BUSD up for grabs based on the kind of people that study. So would you be following in that same pattern? Because I saw on phase six of the roadmap that we'll be participating in contests organized by BNB. How are you going to be going about this?
Okay, so we really want to participate in this contest, but first we will need user and we will need the community. We need people. We need holders. So that is our main focus right now. But still, we'll still catch up with what BNB Chain is doing, what the organized the program is doing. So yeah, if everything is going well, then I think that we can be able to participate in that program.
All right. Okay. I still have a few more questions, hope you don't mind. The
Yes.
next one I have is that you have you ran an FEC utility research. By my understanding, you already explained the concept of these utilities. What utility do you think is the one that is most likely going to fetch a quick profit, and which one do you think is most likely going to, fetch quick profits but over a long period of time? This will actually convince these investors that yes, we want to go for a quick grab with this one, while this one will actually participate in long term. So how are you going to go about that?
So, so your question is
Did you
about,
did you get the question, or should I rephrase it?
yes, I understand your question. So you said about the how the utility works and how to make profits, right?
Yes, that's exactly what I asked.
Okay, so for making profits, of course, we developed an ecosystem. We gain money from the tokens, and we gain money from sorry. So to make our chains last long, and so we have built an ecosystem, as I said. So there will be FAC wallets and like FAC swaps, staking, and all that stuff. So yeah, we will make profits from those. Of course, it's just small amounts, but it will keep us going higher and higher.
All right. Okay. So, Merida, I saw that you guys actually dropped a definitive explanation about blockchain and its associated technologies on your white paper, and then I just saw on your roadmap that you want to create awareness to use this blockchain technology a bit more. Do you plan on going on any awareness campaigns in the future? Aside from alerting them about the blockchain and associated technologies, alert them about Fahrenheit and its use case utilities also. Do you plan on going on some kind of campaign to a specific target audience? And if you plan on going on a campaign, what will your target audience be?
Yeah, so yeah, I understand your question. So like for raise awareness about blockchains, we have our blogs, which is you can see on our website, and also we have some newspapers, and of course we have Telegram groups for people to join and maybe ask their question about blockchain. Of course, there will be contests for raising awareness about blockchains, of course, and we have some AMAs for people to ask about our chain when we will explain everything that we were doing. So yeah, that is how we will raise awareness about blockchain.
All right, sounds cool. So you're going to be raising awareness on your social channels. That's actually a great way to reach a lot of audience. How about real world events? Maybe seminars, workshops. Organizing this kind of real world events about the Fahrenheit project in itself. Any plans about doing that, or is it just going to be steadily online and virtual?
Yeah, if some people have followers before, so before this pre-sales, we have attended a workshop in Dubai, and we have talk and meet up with many other chains, other projects, very potential projects. And of course, in the future, we will try to attend more and more projects in the like online, offline projects, so that people can be noticed about Fahrenheit chain, what we're doing and what we will do in the future.
Miranda, it's actually a wonderful project, Kimi. You guys explained quite a lot about the project. I have a broader understanding about a lot of things. It's a wonderful one. It's a good one. I'm wishing you guys the very best, and I hope that the Fahrenheit project stays bullish forward. I'll be keeping tabs on you guys, and I really hope to see a progress report, maybe in a follow-up AMA. Wishing you guys the very best. Over to you, Glenn.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Okay, thanks for the questions, Western Beast. Let's move to Venice. You had a question for the Fahrenheit team. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, Glenn. I have a couple of the questions to ask from Miranda and Kimi from the Fahrenheit chain team. Okay, as I was reading your white and your website, I read that people can access powerful API integrations through Fahrenheit chain. I want to understand, will people have an access to API developed by your team, or other developers can also build APIs and list them on your platform to be used by other fellow developers?
So you mean people can extract the API from our chain to others, right?
Yeah, I was just saying that can other developers make APIs and list those APIs on your platform?
I think we
Yeah,
lost you
can you
there.
hear me?
Sorry. Yeah, you're back now. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I was saying that can other developers just create or APIs and list them on your platform so that other developers can use APIs created by other fellow developers as well?
Yes, yes, you can. So Fahrenheit chain works smoothly, just like BNB chain or Ethereum chain. So yes, you can deploy your smart contract. You can have your API, and of course, you can explore your transaction and everything on our chain.
Okay, and as you have a FAQ wallet, so will there be any feature like saving a friend's wallet address on FAQ wallet in the contact directory? So people just need to select a specific name into the sender wallet address instead of just copying and pasting the address of that person to whom you want to send your funds.
Of course, yes, you can save their names, and you each time you need to transfer the money, you don't need to like paste their address. Their address already been saved, so it will save more times. And of course, it has already been applied to our Fab wallet, and right now it has the testnet version, which you can download on Android and iOS for trying and testing, and we are receiving some feedbacks from the community.
Okay, understood. And I also read that you have an advanced interface of FAQ wallet, and you said that we can save people's wallet addresses as a contact address. So it got me thinking that will it be possible for users to just customize or schedule the transactions like most of the organizations, if they have multiple employees and they need to send salary to each employee manually? I think it takes a lot of time. So it would be beneficial if they can just schedule their transactions for all employees once, and those transactions take place every month or weekly automatically.
Yeah, I think that is a very good idea. But right now we go from the basics, which is sending and receiving is wells, and uh, there's no there's no hacking, or there are no and there's no lagging between the transaction and the blocks are mined perfectly, and then we will trying to incorporate that idea into our Frag wallet. Because if you send to multi-address, there's maybe lagging and your transaction may be reverted, and I don't think that will be a good idea.
Okay, understood. And you guys might have done research on existing blockchains. So could you please tell us, is there anything that inspired your team from other blockchains that your team wanted to have that feature in Fahrenheit chain as well? Or you guys might have implemented those features that you were inspired from other blockchains. So what are those features?
Yeah, so for our features, of course, we are very transparent, and our features is decentralized, distributed, and confidential, transparent, and yeah, that is our features. And what makes us different from other chains? Um, of course, we have built an ecosystem. I think that is what we are different from others. And another thing is we will guarantee that people will be safe in our chain. People can sending and receiving and deploy, um, do everything in our chain, and they don't have to worry about hacking or anything. That is what we can guarantee for user.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
My my Telegram isn't working fine today. Okay. As I read that gas fee and transaction speed have been optimized, and you said that you guys are different from other chains. I think there are a lot of blockchains that are reducing the gas fee in real. I mean, if we talk about Medina blockchain, and they have low gas fee, and there has also a feature, it is called a gas station, that allows developers the ability to entirely eliminate gas fee for their users. It's basically a pre-funded account that pays the gas for users, making it easier for people to get involved. So I think in your opinion, do you guys have any plans to use these kind of mechanism from other blockchains into your blockchain, so that gas fee can be reduced in real?
So in my opinion, so gas fee is paid for the validators. So the higher the gas fee you put, and the higher the transaction speed will be up. So it based on user preference. So if they want their transaction to be normal, then of course our chain is already optimized their gas fee. But if they want to be faster, then they just need to change, like raise the gas fee up a little bit, and then their transaction will be faster, and they will be more, they will like it more. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And if we look at current launch pads, they help the project owners to launch their projects, but helping them raise funds from potential and legit investors is rarely seen in those launch pads. So, do you guys have any plans to hunt those investors, or even do partnership with companies that are not that don't belong to blockchain, or those companies that invest in cryptocurrency? So, do you have any plans to partner up with those companies or hunt investors and to bring them on Fahrenheit? And I think this way you can also help project owners to raise funds from large investors as well.
Yes, the first thing is, of course, pre-sale on pink sale. If everything goes well, we will have the ability, and we will raise our reputations, and then we can go and talk with more and more big, huge investor out there. And yeah, So that is our plan. Of course, the pre-sale must be going well, and then everything for marketing, for partnership, we have all planned up.
Okay, understood. And as you are giving flexibility to developers to build a chain using the tools they already know, but do you have any plans for providing any educational contents for those developers who want to build in a specific chain, or any plans to provide different courses from which people can get educated and work on their own chains, or can build different projects as well?
Sure, yeah. I mean, you can visit our Medium. We've got many posts and blogs about educating. Also on the white paper, we have some guidance for developers to develop on the chain. And you can, of course, join the Telegram page or the Discord channel for further updates. We've got mods and team members to support everybody. So there's many avenues that you can go down.
Okay, understood. And I think bringing the crypto investors to blockchain or to the crypto projects, it's kind of easy, but bringing and reaching out to the non-crypto users and spread awareness among those non-crypto investors, or telling them the benefits of cryptocurrency or blockchain. So how are you guys going to do that? I mean, how will you guys bring non-crypto users onto Fahrenheit chain or to the blockchain?
Yes, so of course we have some seminars, and we are a company, so yes, maybe we have some events and meetings with non-crypto or people who want to invest in crypto but they're afraid. Yeah, so we will have some events for them, and maybe we will have some education, and we have talking with them to make them understand more about crypto. Maybe we'll raise awareness about crypto to them. Yeah, so that is how we want a non-crypto investor to come and make some investment into our projects.
Okay, that's great. And do you guys have any plans to partner up with any organizations like universities or colleges to look up for potential researchers around the world to bring them on your research and development for FVM team?
Yeah, we will not disclose the information about partnership. Those partnership will be announced on our Telegram channel, and we will not talk too much about that, because we want to keep everything keep everything low, and we only say about it when everything is done. And yeah, so that is how we will work.
Okay, and do you guys have any plans to also do any AMA with the projects using your Launchpad in your community, either on Telegram or Discord, like Pinksale and Jampad conducts AMA with the projects that uses their Launchpads?
Yes, that is our plan. And yes, in the next few AMAs, we will have some few talks about that.
Okay, that's great, and thank you so much for answering all my questions as well.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for the questions, Manish. Yeah, if we can just do a recap of the Fahrenheit chain project for any investors that join the call late on in the second half of the AMA, it'd be great. Just give us a recap for anyone that missed the first half.
Sure, yeah. So for the pre-sale, we have a fair launch on Pinksale, which is open for 2 days. Up until now, so far, we filled the soft cap that was in 1 hour, and the pre-sale ends tomorrow, October 21st at 3 p.m. UTC. There's no minimum or maximum buy-in for investors. You can commit as much BNB as you want to. And we really want to support those who have supported us since the beginning. So we want to give bonus rewards for anybody who is putting in. So BNB raised on Pinksale, 0 to 500 BNB is 30% bonus. 500 to 1500, 25% bonus, 1500 to 2500, 20% bonus, and 2500 to 5000 is 10% bonus.
Right, it's been great speaking to Kimmy and Miranda today. I'm looking forward to the future for the Fahrenheit chain. As we say, WellCoin Talk is for research and educational purposes. It's not financial advice, but you can check out the website, the white paper, and the official socials and our main chat. That's what we recommend to the community investors. Check out the white paper, the website, and go over to the socials if you've got any questions after the AMA. It's been great speaking to you today. Take care. I think we've got Spin the Wheel though next as well. $50 for 2 lucky winners. Act is there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sharing the wheel right now. Let me know if it's coming through here, Glenn.
Oh, yeah, it's there now. Yeah.
Oh, there we
Can
go.
see that.
So let me shuffle it a bit, and I'll spin it. And we'll do $50 2 prizes for 2 lucky winners. And as Glenn mentioned, we still have the chat locked, guys. We have all the official links right there in our main chat. There's also a link to the pre-sale link. You can go over to the contract, the audits, everything is right there. And if you do have more questions, don't hesitate. Join the socials after. You can just go to the official website, dive right in. And if you do have more questions, make your way to Telegram or Discord, and I'm sure there'll be somebody there to answer any and all of your questions. Okay, I got your IDs, and we'll announce the winners, and somebody will probably DM you for your wallets. So thank you everybody for tuning in today, and thank you to the Fahrenheit team for being here. And we'll see you guys later on today. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
Take
Thanks.
Thank you. I'll finish the record and send over a copy for you to share your community. I'll send that to the main chat. I couldn't join that call today.
Thanks so much.